Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Pakistan was created as a result of the two-nation theory, which was first time projected by Hazrat Mujaddid Al-Afsani Rahmatullah alayh, who considered Muslims and Hindus as two separate nations living side by side in India. Then the same word was used by the great Muslim thinker Shah Waliullah Dehlvi and then by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Allama Iqbal Rahmatullah alayh initially insisted upon one nation of India, and his earlier poetry was just to keep all the nations together. But as in 1910 he wrote the Tarana-e-Milli, he clearly, categorically separated Muslims from the Hindus. Gradually, as he moved in politics and he visited London into roundtable conferences, his point of view was changed. But earlier on in 1930 in Allahabad, presidential address of the Muslim League, he categorically and clearly mentioned about the state for the Muslims of India, and he did not rule out at that time whether it will be within British India or outside that. And he clearly proved beyond any out of doubt that Muslims of India were separate nation. And if they don't have their own state, their own country where they can live freely and independently, ultimately they will be absorbed by the Hindus culturally, socially, linguistically, and they will lose their distinction. And it will be end of the Muslim nation in India. And then he said that the Muslim Ummah has the largest asset in the form of the Muslims of India, and if the Ummah loses this great asset, then Ummah will cease to exist. So Allama Iqbal Rahmatullah alayh convinced Quaid-e-Azam Rahmatullah alayh in London in second roundtable conference when he met him in 1931 to come back to India and actively participate in politics. Quaid-e-Azam Rahmatullah alayh visited Allama Iqbal in 1935 as he came back to India, and he actively participated in the politics. And then the letters which Allama Iqbal wrote to the Quaid-e-Azam Rahmatullah alayh between 1936 and 1938, if you read those letters, they clearly mention the futuristic approach for the Muslim nation, not only about their living, their economy, but their foreign policy, and so many other things were discussed between two of the great leaders. So Allama Iqbal not only gave the idea of a country for the Muslims, but he gave the great leadership in the form of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And he always was praiseworthy of the leadership of Hazrat Quaid-e-Azam Rahmatullah alayh. And when in 1938 in January in Lahore, Nehru visited at his place, the meeting ended up in chaos when Khaja Iftikharuddin, who was accompanying Nehru, he told Allama Iqbal that he is a great person and he should lead the Muslim. Why he has accepted the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah? So Allama was very much upset with that, and that meeting ended there. And Allama was writing to Quaid-e-Azam Rahmatullah alayh for holding a public meeting in Lahore. And Allama did not live long enough to see those days which were coming. But in 1940 in March, the Lahore resolution was passed in Lahore, and then the Quaid-e-Azam had to say that the mission which Allama Iqbal has set for us, we will fulfill his desire and this country will be created. So the constant struggle of the Muslims of India with so many sacrifices and with such a great efforts which the Muslims have made, Pakistan came into being. But if you critically analyze, it is all the idea of Hazrat Allama Iqbal Rahmatullah Alayh, an active, dynamic, and honest leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah Qaid Azam Rahmatullah Alayh, which made this thing happen. Although the opponents of this demand, they were saying that Pakistan is just a dream of a poet, and it is the slogan raised by someone who is mentally upset. But Pakistan ultimately came into being, and we appeared as a great nation on the map of the world. And now it is left to the youth of this country how they keep themselves abreast with what was happening in those days, and how they can fulfill the mission in complete desire of Hazrat Iqbal of making this nation an ideal for the whole world, so that the dust which have been sprinkled on the face of Islam during the medieval imperialism, Arab imperialism, Iqbal says that with Pakistan, time may come when the original face of Islam will be revealed to the people, and that is if Pakistan makes the progress and Pakistan becomes a dynamic, self-sustaining, self-sufficient, self-relying country where everybody has his own right and every person in this country may be treated equally, irrespective of his creed, language, his color, and a nation which is sixth in the world as far as the population is concerned may make its imprint on the world map in a positive sense. Thank you very much.